What if a fleeting moment on the brink of death could shatter your understanding of morality forever? As David Shepard faced the imminent threat of his life, the universe revealed insights that most could only dream of or fear. Prepare for revelations that will turn everything you thought was right and wrong upside down. What did David actually witness that forced him to question the very fabric of his beliefs? This journey into the depths of existence isn't just his. It challenges us all. If you're ready to dive deep into this transformative experience, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending truths. Imagine facing your mortality in an instant. This is David Shepard's reality. At 45 years old, David, a devoted philosophy teacher, lived a life filled with inquiry and exploration of morality, yet nothing could prepare him for the fateful day that changed everything. In a flash, a car collided with his, sending his world into a chaotic spin. As metal crumpled and moments stretched impossibly long, David found himself teetering on the threshold between life and what lay beyond. This unforeseen event thrust him into a near-death experience that would confront him with profound revelations about morality, spirituality, and the essence of human choice. As he hovered between the earthly realm and the infinite, every fiber of his being recognized that this was not just a moment of crisis, it was a pivotal awakening that would permanently challenge his beliefs. What happens when a philosophy teacher confronts his own beliefs at the brink of life? The answers, born from the depths of his near encounter, would shake the foundations of his understanding, and perhaps ours too. The moment of impact was surreal. Time seemed to freeze, suspended in a delicate balance as if the universe held its breath. Everything around me transformed into a blur of flickering lights and muffled sounds, an echo of a world rapidly spiraling into chaos. I felt an odd detachment, as if I had become a ghost drifting above the scene below. I watched my own body sprawled unnaturally against the ground, a stark realization washing over me that I was no longer tethered to that fragile vessel. In that instant, a soothing wave of peace enveloped me, slicing through the disarray of my thoughts. It was profound, a serene blanket of calm that cradled my spirit, urging me to let go. I began to drift, effortlessly towards a shimmering, brilliant light that beckoned me with an irresistible warmth. The turmoil, the fear, and the pain I had known all my life faded into nothingness, replaced by an overwhelming sensation of love and acceptance. It was as if I was enveloped in the embrace of something vast and beautiful. I felt the light drawing me closer, illuminating every corner of my being, filling me with understanding. It was a sensation that defied description, a convergence of joy, tranquility, and a deep-rooted sense of belonging. The chaos of the physical world became distant, a mere shadow contrasting against the radiance that enveloped me now. In this state, I found myself reflecting, contemplating the very nature of existence and the choices I had made. As I surrendered to this divine presence, questions began to form, swirling like wisps of mist around me. What awaited me in the brilliant light? What truths about life, morality, and the connections we forge with one another lay hidden beyond its glow? The anticipation hung thick in the air, charged with possibilities, pulling me further into the depths of this sacred journey. I found myself suspended in a vast expanse, an infinite void alive with vibrant colors that pulsated around me like a heartbeat. Each hue shimmered with emotion, illuminating thoughts and sensations I had never experienced. In this boundless space, time seemed to dissolve, and I was enveloped by a profound sense of peace. And then, before me, scenes began to unfold, rich, vivid imagery that encapsulated the moral struggles faced by humanity. I watched as individuals made choices, both big and small, weaving through their lives like threads in a grand tapestry. Each decision, whether noble or selfish, resonated beyond the individual, creating ripples that stretched into the collective consciousness of our world. I felt an overwhelming urgency in those moments, an understanding that our choices impact not just ourselves, but everyone around us, echoing into the fabric of existence itself. I saw a mother sacrificing her dreams for her children, a friend betraying trust for personal gain, and a stranger offering kindness in a moment of despair. The emotions embedded within these moments were palpable, a tapestry rich with love, pain, joy, and sorrow. It made me question everything I had attributed to morality. Could it truly be more about connection than about rigid rules imposed by society? The imagery became a mirror reflecting my own life. The mistakes I had made, the times I had chosen convenience over compassion, and the beauty of moments filled with genuine connection. I began to grasp that morality isn't solely about adherence to traditional codes. It's about the bonds we forge and the innate empathy we share. Each choice was like a brushstroke contributing to the masterpiece of our interconnected lives, illustrating the universal struggle of defining right and wrong amidst a chaotic world. This realization triggered a shift within me, awakening buried feelings of responsibility. In an instant, the enormity of being part of this human experience washed over me. I began to see that our greatest moral challenges often stem from our disconnection between ourselves and others, between our actions and their consequences. How could I, in my own life, choose to weave a more compassionate thread into this tapestry? As these revelations coursed through me, I felt more than just insights. I felt a deep yearning to embody this understanding, to transform not only myself, but also the world around me. I was unprepared for the entity radiating light before me. Its glow enveloped the space, a shimmering presence pulling me in with an unimaginable gravity. As I stood there, time ceased to exist, and in that infinite moment I felt a warmth that ignited every fiber of my being. This was not a being of mere light, this was a profound source, an essence that connected to the very core of my soul. There was no spoken language, no need for words. Instead, thoughts and emotions flowed between us like a river of understanding. Each wave surged through me, feelings of compassion, sorrow, and an overwhelming love that was both comforting and unsettling. I was receiving insights deeper than any I had known, revelations about the fractures in humanity's moral fabric. I felt the weight of pain, the echoes of countless souls struggling under the pressure of lost values. In this sacred exchange, I sensed the warnings it laid bare before me. Morality was being distorted on Earth. The very essence of what it meant to be human was being eroded. I glimpsed a world tainted by falsehoods, where kindness was overshadowed by greed and empathy replaced by indifference. It shocked me, yet at the same time I felt a surge of hope. This entity illuminated how our choices, small and monumental, intertwine with the destinies of others. Each decision we make ripples across the tapestry of existence, impacting lives in ways we often fail to see. I could feel the urgency filling the air between us. These were not just observations, but calls to action. I realized the insight was not simply about condemning the state of the world. It was a challenge to uplift it. The connection became a mirror reflecting both the potential for destruction and the route toward redemption. I understood that this moral distortion did not have to dictate the future. There was a path toward healing, a reclaiming of our true values, if only we could muster the courage to acknowledge the light and darkness within us. But as I stood with this radiant entity, receiving this torrent of understanding, I also felt the gravity of responsibility settling upon me. How could I convey these profound truths to others? The transformation I felt within me was just the beginning, and the journey to catalyze change was yet to unfold. What awaited me was a deeper dive into the very essence of morality itself, an exploration that would change everything I thought I knew. Visions of a future where choices led to catastrophe filled my mind, weaving through a tapestry of potential destinies that seemed both haunting and urgent. Each image was a snapshot of humanity's possible paths, scenes of growth and understanding, starkly contrasted with those of turmoil and despair. I witnessed cities engulfed in chaos, communities splintered by greed and fear, and a planet that withered under the weight of moral decay. These were not just abstract concepts. They felt alarmingly real, as if I were standing on the precipice of what could be. With every vision, the intensity of emotion surged within me. I saw families torn apart by the rampant judgments and intolerances that often fuel division. There were faces, familiar yet nameless, marked by anguish and a desperation for connection. Yet amidst this darkness, flickers of hope persisted. I glimpsed gatherings where individuals, united in shared purpose, began to reclaim the essence of compassion and morality. The sense of potential awakening tugged at my heart, and I instinctively understood that we still had the power to pivot away from impending doom. What struck me most was the realization that every choice, momentary decision, fleeting interaction, echoes throughout the universe. Each action creates ripples that influence not only our lives but the fates of countless others. I sensed an urgent call for humanity to reflect deeply on our values, to embrace empathy, and to recognize the significant impact of our moral compass. If we could awaken from this slumber of indifference, if we could cast aside our rigid definitions of right and wrong, there was still hope for a brighter future. But time felt like it was running thin. I was left grappling with the chilling thought that we may be teetering on the edge of catastrophe, straddling a line between enlightenment and destruction. Would humanity heed these warnings in time? The weight of responsibility settled over me once again. I realized that my journey wouldn't just end with my personal transformation. It was merely the start of a much greater mission. In this moment of crisis, I felt an imperative to share these insights, to fuel a collective awakening before it is too late. There was so much to teach, so much to unlearn. I knew that this knowledge could be a catalyst for change. We just had to choose to embrace it. Each vision I had seen fueled a burning desire within me, a commitment to inspire action and remind others of our shared responsibility to nurture our moral values. It was a profound gift, and I was determined to help ignite the flames of compassion before the shadows of conflict consumed the light of our potential. Every action ripples through the universe. What does this mean for you? It struck me like a bolt of lightning, illuminating truths I had never grasped. In that suspended moment between life and the beyond, I was shown a vibrant tapestry of existence, intricately woven with the choices we make. Each thread, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to the whole. I had always viewed morality in black and white, a simplistic dichotomy of right and wrong, but the insights I gained transcended that narrow perspective. During my near-death experience, I felt a profound awareness of karma, how our actions, words, and even our thoughts reverberate across the planes of existence, touching lives in ways we can barely comprehend. In the vastness of that moment, a deep realization dawned upon me. We are interconnected, part of a greater collective that bears the weight of our shared humanity. The idea that our choices hold the power to uplift or wound was profound, stirring a mix of responsibility and urgency within me. I saw that when we act with empathy and compassion, we contribute threads of beauty to the world. Conversely, when we engage in hurtful behaviors, we unravel the very fabric that binds us. I yearn to teach this understanding, to convey that morality isn't simply about following rules, but rather about nurturing our ability to connect with others and evoke kindness. This was my epiphany. My heart ached with the knowledge that through our choices, we could forge paths that lead to harmony or chaos. I emerged from that transformative experience with a resolve to shift how I viewed morality and justice. It became clear to me that fostering empathy is the key to nurturing a more compassionate world. The rigid definitions I once held softened as I began to understand the shades of gray that fill our existence. It is in those nuances that we find the most profound lessons. It's not merely about what is right or wrong, but rather how our actions resonate with those around us, how they shape not only our destinies, but also the destinies of those we encounter. As I pondered these revelations, a pressing question lingered. How would my newfound understanding change my path? This question gnawed at my spirit, pointing toward the profound implications of embracing a more compassionate moral compass. The journey didn't end with my experience. It marked the beginning of a deeper exploration into what it means to live a life rooted in empathy and collective accountability. I invite you to contemplate this too. What ripple will your actions send through the universe? As I reflect on the magnitude of the insights I have gained, a question looms large in my heart. What changes could you make in your own life if you fully embrace these moral insights? It's a challenging question, isn't it? Yet, it's one that holds transformative potential. It's in our choices that we hold the power to uplift others or contribute to our collective struggle. Every decision we make reverberates through the lives of those around us, shaping not only our paths but also the world we share. Consider this moment not just as a personal revelation, but as an opportunity for growth and connection. How can embracing a more empathetic perspective alter the lens through which you view your environment? I would love to hear your thoughts. How have your experiences shaped your understanding of morality? Share your stories in the comments below. Each insight contributes to the rich tapestry of our community and deepens our collective exploration of what it means to live ethically. If this message resonates with you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more thought-provoking insights that inspire change. Your engagement makes all the difference and helps spread the word about the power of transformation through moral awareness. Until next time, let's keep inspiring each other to grow and uplift our communities. Together, we can forge a path toward a more compassionate and understanding world, one choice at a time.